attention for a few minutes. If you are on the back side over there, come on around. We're going to give one more demonstration on ribbons. This is one of those important little things about the ballet world, how to do our ribbons. So, we want to create a very smooth line, no knots, no bows. And we also don't want any elastic shown. So, go ahead and sit down for me, sweetie. I'll get you standing up again in a minute. If your shoes, if you left the elastic on your shoes, that is fine. But you want your child to step on the elastic so it disappears and leave the ribbon out. Okay, so in order to get the knot that you're going to tie to be in the perfect spot, you have to start with the outside ribbon. You're going to wrap the outside ribbon across the front of the ankle, and then you're going to actually slip it under towards the inside. Okay? And what you're aiming for as far as where it's going to come through is that soft little spot. Turn your foot out for me just a little bit. This little spot right here, between the Achilles tendon and this little bony part of the foot, there's a little soft hollow, and that's where you're going to make your knot. It's really important to make it there because if you tie on top of the Achilles tendon, it irritates the Achilles tendon. If you tie on top of this knotty thing, it irritates that. So that little hollow gives you a place to tuck in where the knot disappears, and it doesn't irritate your child's foot. Then you use the inside, you wrap it around the front. This is funny, I'm going to be like on YouTube.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Please don't be funny. Good. Okay, so you go across the front to the back to the front, back to the back. And while you're doing that, you want to keep it kind of snug around the ankle like that because you want everything to lie flat and smooth. They'll meet there on the inside. You tie a knot, not bow. And these ribbons have been cut, and they're a really nice length. There's just maybe 2 inches. And they're burned at the edge so they won't fray. That's really important because otherwise they'll just keep fraying until all your ribbons are gone and they won't be long enough anymore. You fold it and then you slip it. And what will happen is that little spot, you can turn your foot out a little bit more. See how the knot just sort of disappears and it's gone. And it goes from underneath. If you want it to come in from underneath, you don't want to tie a different way that you have to shove it down from up. It goes in from underneath and it's smooth and flat. Okay, we'll do this one. I'll show you one more time. You start with the outside. So if your child's elastics are still showing, I see a couple as I look around, please go ahead and fix them now. Tuck it to the inside. Sometimes you have to pull it around a little bit more. And then you use the inside ribbon, and you go around back, front, back, tie at the side. So you can go BFB, back, front, back. Okay? And then you can fold it, or you can actually sometimes just shove it up there. But the big thing is you want to keep your ribbons laying flat. See? Looks like that. Pretty? Okay, hop down. All right. So, now one thing to note, if your ribbons, once they're cut, and we know that don't cut them until I check your ribbons, once they're cut, one ribbon will be actually a little bit longer than the other. That's because one ribbon goes around the ankle twice, and one only goes around once. So, if you go to tie them, and you go, wait a minute, I don't have enough ribbon, it's probably just your shoes are on opposite feet than they were when you tied them the first time. Just flip the shoes and it'll be fine. Okay, so scissors.